Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Deconstructing the Dark Passenger podcast, the podcast about all things Dexter. I'm Jean.
I'm Victoria.
Today, Season 4, Episode 2, Remains to be Seen. Oh, what a ride, man.
When we left Dexter, he was upside down in that car.
He was upside down in that car. Yes. And we open with him upside down in that car.
Yes, we do.
Asshole clenching in this first scene here because he's in an ambulance. The EMTs are still at the scene. EMTs and cops at the scene. And he's inside the back of the ambulance. He's like, Benny.
And he just keeps thinking they're going to find him. And it's over for me. It's over.
Well, then the cop comes up and he's like, hey, we found a bag in your car. He's like,
oh no.
It's Harrison's medicine. So we know at some point between them leaving the gym and the accident, he stopped at the pharmacy.
Yes.
But we know it that much. I do like this one EMT's like, it's never as bad as it looks. He's like, no, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. It's totally as bad as it looks.
He has a concussion. This must be an awkward position to be in as a serial killer. And when the doctor's like, you have a concussion, what's the last thing you remember? Chilling a dude, chopping him up into 9 pieces. He's like, I don't know. I was at work and then I was in the ambulance. So he makes up this lie upon lie because he's supposed to stay. This is the Dexter stuff that I like. Even though it's kind of goofy and it's very Three's Company coded, I like this. He makes up this ridiculous lie because the doctor wants to keep him for observation. He's like, I can go home. My wife is an RN. She'll keep an eye on me. Doctor's like, no, let me go. I'm going to start getting the admission paperwork. Here comes Rita. He's like, it's a fender bender.
Wow.
It'll buff out. It's fine.
If a fender bender is flipping your car 3 times, okay, yeah. Sure, fender bender, you're great.
I have questions about what his plan was here because it was not a fender bender, obviously.
No.
We saw that. That car is totaled. That car is totaled.
That car was totaled with the first flip.
Yeah, that car is done. So what was his plan? Being like, it is my custom to replace the entire car whenever I get into a fender bender. Eventually, the jig is up.
Yeah.
You know. And you got to tell her, right? Getting another car from Impound, getting another rider from Impound. So he sneaks out of the hospital with Rita. He's made her an accomplice to this mess now.
But she doesn't know she's an accomplice.
She doesn't know. But the law, ignorance is no whatever. Anyway.
Assurance isn't bliss.
Okay. They get home. And Dexter is, I need a day. I need a single slow day where nobody gets murdered. He's trying to get kisses from the kids.
Yeah. Cody's like, I'll give you a hug.
I'll get a hug. That's still manly. I'll take a hug. Lundy, again, at the station. Somebody gets murdered, of course. There's no slow days in Miami for murder.
No.
So Dexter has to go to work. And Lundy is there still. Dexter! Okay, he's got too many things. Like, as always, this is like I said again, this is simultaneously my favorite parts of Dexter and my most frustrated parts with Dexter is when he's always got too many plates in the air. I like it where it's like these like brief little burps of time where you have these like 5 seconds of chaos and everything's going to fall apart. I hate it when they keep falling back on that. You know,
yeah.
I feel like season 2 was just plates all over the place in the air for no reason.
Yeah.
But like this where it's like, okay, we have these little controlled spurts of chaos here. It's like right now, he is trying to get to the motor pool.
To get a car out of Impound.
Well, he needs to make sure that Benny parts are not in the car.
Yes.
Because if they are, he's got to get those out.
Yeah, so he's got to get a car from Impound to get anywhere.
Yeah. And then, like, Lundy's like, hey, can I pick your brain? And Dexter's like, okay, I got to get to the motor pool. And Dexter's like, well, I'll walk with you. And Dexter's like, no, don't do that. So
like, okay, what do you want?
He is very visibly frustrated.
He is.
He's usually good about hiding his annoyance with people, but here he's like,
Yeah, he is just all out in the open, this one.
He's yammering on about kismet.
And he's glad that this happened in Miami because nowhere else would he have a blood guy of this caliber.
Yeah, okay. I never let go of the fact that I am not convinced that Lundy did not suspect him of being the Bay Harbor.
I think he did.
You're next on his list, buddy. But Dexter's like, go talk to Deb. Get out of my face. Go talk to my sister. Trinity's stalking approach.
It's kind of a normal guy.
He's a very normal guy. So Dexter's been doing this a while.
Yeah.
And we saw young Dexter in Original Sin. He's kind of sloppy and all over the place, and he doesn't know how to be subtle about anything. And obviously, over the years, he's been doing this for a while. He's improved his approach. And I think you see the Trinity killer, you always think about serial killers tend to be younger people, just because usually the things that are driving them as they get older, those things kind of fade away, or they just can't physically keep up with it. But so Trinity is in his 60s, late 50s, or whatever at this point.
Yes.
And you see, so if serial killers are able to continue what they're doing physically, mentally, without being caught into their upper middle ages, they have the restraint and the patience of a person that's been doing it for 40 years. And you see that with Trinity.
Yeah.
And you can contrast it with the younger man of Dexter, who gets impatient when he's stalking people, and he gets frustrated. He does stupid things. He takes stupid chances. Trinity mostly doesn't do that.
No.
And he's stalking this woman. We're watching her. She's out shopping with her friends and her kids. You don't know what's coming, but you know something. Dexter finds his car in the motor pool. His kill tools are there, but there is no Benny.
No Benny.
So the cops haven't found Benny yet, because if they had, they...
Yeah. And he's thinking, okay, Benny got thrown.
Yeah, Benny got thrown. It's a good conclusion. So he wants to go back to the crash site, but Angel calls him to a crime scene. He's like,
And he's like, well, I gotta take a little side venture look here.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I'll get there when I get there, Angel. In the meantime, the tourist murderers strike again. Christine Hill, who is this reporter that's doing Joey.
We can call her a bitch if we want.
Well, we will. Don't worry, we'll get there. She has published a story about the tourist murders. And it's sensational. It's got a lot of information in it. And the mayor is on Maria. And Maria's like, we're a tourist town. Tell your girl to tone this shit down.
Yes. Because she's killing us here.
Killing us. But Dexter is at the crash scene. There is nothing. There's nothing.
He does find Harrison's little teddy bear.
He does find Harrison's teddy bear. There's a strange exchange with his head, Harry, who's like, you're blaming Harrison. Because if Harrison wasn't here and he didn't need his medicine and all, you could have finished what you were doing. And
you wouldn't have been so tired.
And Dexter's like, shut up, Harry. Really tamping down his inner demons here. Yeah. But I think this is something, the first season we didn't have a really normal Dexter. We had a person who was clearly a serial killer. In the past couple of seasons, we've had this person that's basically functioning as a normal person who has a hobby of being a serial killer.
Yes.
I think what I like about this season, that I think they do very successfully this season, that they try in other places and they don't get it quite as perfect in this season, is seeing what happens when a normal guy, who is normal in every other way, is a serial killer. So what you have is a new father, and I think this is a thing with new parents, especially unexpected new parents, is being shocked and sometimes a little resentful about how dramatically their life has changed.
I mean, no sleep for the first couple of months is rough.
Right. No sleep. Your time doesn't work the same anymore.
You have to sleep when the baby sleeps or you don't sleep at all.
And this is what you're getting with this conversation with Harry, is normally a parent who does not do this on the side would be like, yes, I, if they're being honest with themselves, I am a little resentful that I can't go out to the club on a Friday night like I normally would have, or I have to wake up at 5 o'clock. But Dexter's like, yeah, I can't kill people like I used to because the kid is slowing my roll. I don't like it.
Slowing my roll.
This is something they nail here is like, what does it really look like with a normal guy? Not a guy who is not a guy who has some crazed special forces dude breathing down his neck. Not a guy who is fucking some weird English titty vampire. Just a normal dude, normal suburban dude.
Normal dude, normal life. New baby.
But he's got this really weird hobby. What's that look like? This season nails it.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Especially just the new parent thing.
Yes.
Like, Dexter's never been near a baby, much less, like been part of making one now, and then it comes out, and now he's trying to be all sweet with Rita, taking night shifts here and there. He's not getting any sleep.
He's not getting any.
Rita should be great.
This is
She seems to be sleeping great.
she's sleeping like a.
Like, what the fuck?
So anyway, he's like, yeah, Harry, shut the fuck up. I know what's going on. I got this, Harry. And he gets called. Angel's like, come on, come on. He's like, I love this. Like, fucking dead people.
Yeah, you know, they just never stop.
These fucking dead. Okay, Francis, the non-Camilla file clerk. I know, I shouldn't do that because Camilla was only there for 2.5 seasons.
But Camilla was
She was important.
so great.
Yeah, she was, and she was an important backstory character. But so Francis has found this information about the bathtub murder that Deb was looking for. And Deb says, if I had not gone through that phase in college, I'd kiss you. Deb.
Well, then.
It was so out of nowhere. They did make another joke last season where they found out that she had played softball. And he's like, well, I thought you were straight. Which was very funny. Anyway, they were at the scene. This is going to be another vacation murder scene.
Yes.
Christine just slipping on under the crime scene tape like she owns the place.
And she ain't nobody.
And Maria is eyeballing her.
Oh, yeah.
No.
We're gonna sick Maria on her.
No, sir. Well, yeah, Joey's like, oh.
You've got to go. He's like, you have got to go. You have to stay behind the tape. Go, leave now.
Like, this is not normal behavior. Yes. But this is a processing. Dexter, who has a concussion, is getting nauseous. And you know, Dexter, that's a bad sign. You need to go to the hospital. I know you got shit to do, but if you die,
Yeah.
they're definitely going to find the body.
Maybe. So he goes outside, though, where he's laying down, and this is so great. Like, he's got the best pair of eyes.
Yeah.
He's just kneeling down looking, and he spots a needle on a cactus that has a blood drop on it.
Yep, that's going back to the lab.
Yep.
We have a little scene here with Deb and Lundy at lunch. No more cucumber sandwiches for him because the cream cheese was hard on his arteries.
Yeah, because he says something about his cholesterol.
Yeah. So she lets him know what she has found out from Francis about the Bell scene, that 30 years previously there had been an exact same bathtub murder there, confirmed. You know, she has all the information about it.
Same facts, just different name.
Yep. The husband got convicted for it and just got out of jail.
Yes.
So, like, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, there are a lot of bells going off there.
Yep. Trinity runs into, so he's following this woman. We'll find out her name is Charla.
Mm.
It's just a normal day in Miami. Everybody's shopping, having a good time. Her kid runs by and gets Trinity on the arm with his ice cream or gelato.
Yeah.
And it's a very creepy exchange. It's amazing, though. Oh, it's creepy because you've seen what he's done to people. But this kid, this is just some old man I ran into with my ice cream.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. So we are back at this hotel crime scene where the tourist murder took place. I like Harry here because he's like, you got to think about yourself. You got to get your shit together. You got a family to support. You got people to dismember.
Yeah. People to dismember.
But we spot Joey. Okay.
Joey's been told to catalog the personal effects.
Yeah, so he opens the safe in the hotel and there's a bunch of cash in there and he pockets.
There's like 2 big stacks.
Dexter catches him.
Yes. Well, Dexter sees, but he just kind of turns around.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He literally doesn't.
Does not give 2 shits.
The characterization of Joey, I mean, even starting with last season, is I just never know how to feel about him.
I don't know how to feel about him either. I mean, IA's wanting him, and
was this why IA's wanted him? Is this a habit he has?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, and we find out why IA wanted him in last season, but now this season he's pocketing cash, and you're just like, dude, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's a hard man to love, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Deb pulls in the husband from the previous bathtub murder, man, last name Noonan. And so his story is, and he has maintained the story, is that it was a hot night. His wife wanted to take a bath, cool down. He's like, all right, honey, do whatever. And he one that goes out to score. So he wasn't even there.
Yep.
While his wife was being murdered. Deb and Lundy leave the room, and they're like, this guy is a slob. There is no way he did this.
Yeah.
Because whoever did this
Is meticulous.
meticulous. So, let's go to dinner and talk about the case. Yeah, girl, talk about the case.
We'll talk.
We'll talk about that case. More Trinity looking at puppies. Like, get your hands off those dogs, sir. Those little dogs. Get off of them.
They're so cute.
I do wonder, though, and I'm a big believer, too, that dogs are really good judges of character.
Yes.
None of these dogs are worried on Trinity, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. He's just going around like a normal person. He doesn't stick out in any way.
He doesn't. So we have all this information that none of these other people around him have. But what he does do is a really good job of playing it like a normal, non-threatening guy. But you can kind of see that, even aside from what you can kind of see the way he looks at people, the kind of seething.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, there's something in his eyes that,
Yes.
but otherwise, he's just another person in a crowd, just like Dexter.
Yeah. Except once Dexter starts talking, he starts making weird jokes and acting like.
Yeah. But when he's around people he knows, it's not so bad, like Deb.
I do wonder how this season would have shaken out if Dokes had still been at Miami Metro.
Oh my God.
Differently, for sure.
But yeah. Because him and Lundy did not get along in season 2 anyway.
No. But I wonder if he crossed paths with Trinity, he would be like, no, there's another crown-drawn motherfucker, whatever he called Dexter. All right, so there's no Benny at the crash site. Let's go back to square one, the boxing gym. It's very clean, except now, it was clean. Now you're putting your paw prints all over the place, Dexter. Just touching shit without gloves. Jeez, come on, man. There's a tiny spot of blood in the middle of the boxing ring.
One drop.
So he gets down and he's scrubbing it. I mean, he's thinking through the whole process, like, okay, if I couldn't dispose of the body, because I was short on time, I would have hidden it. So he goes to the dumpster, and Harry's like, well, that would have been awesome if you thought you were coming right back, and you didn't think you were coming right back. You didn't know. You wouldn't be back in an hour. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, I know what's going on here, but Harry is in his
uniform.
Like, it's a full blues. And Dexter's like, why are you wearing that? Harry's like, because the last time you blacked out, this is what I was wearing.
Yeah.
Referring, of course, to Dexter's childhood. So this is jogging his memory, right?
Yes.
In the meantime, Rita is at the motor pool at the station, and this is where she finds out that it was more than a fender bender.
Yeah.
Dexter's at the station too, and still distracted because of the Benny thing.
Yes.
And Joey knows that Dexter saw him taking this money.
Yes.
So he's trying to smooth this over. He was chomping at the bit to have Dexter's ass last episode. Now he's, hey, buddy.
I'm sorry about yelling at you. I understand. No, you don't.
Yeah, we learned that Deb keeps Girl Scout cookies in the freezer for emergencies, which is a good policy.
Because she is chomping them down.
Yeah, so Quinn is convinced that Dexter is just buying his time to ruin his life. So when Maria calls him into the office, he's like, okay, I gotta figure out my lie here. But this is not about the money. This is about Christine.
Yeah.
Just check your bitch. Keep her mouth shut. Because I am sick of seeing our business all over the paper.
Yeah, and then he tells her, well, talking's not what we do best anyway.
Or tells their boss that shit. Half that bitch just got castigated for too much pillow talk. Why the fuck would you say something like that?
Ew.
This is what I mean. Joey, we're trying to like you, man. Stop being a...
You're making it hard, dude.
Yeah. So Deb goes over to Lundy's. She's doing this more unconvincing about how happy she is and everything. She's great and blah, blah, blah. This is where we see the Trinity wall.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
This man, yes, this is 30 years of this man's life, right? Yeah. And you can tell Deb is kind of like, oh.
I just accused him of being in love with me, and this is not in love. This is an obsession.
Yeah. This is a very awkward moment for Deb.
Yeah.
Now, Rita, in the meantime, she is, this is what I mean. This season, man,
you love her, then you hate her. You love her, then you hate her.
Go back and forth with her. Were they trying to do this thing where they kind of recreate? Some directors do this where they try to recreate in the audience the same reaction as like the central characters. Okay, my best example of this is David Lynch does this a lot. He did this in The Return. where they had a scene where Audrey and this guy she was supposedly living with, this guy was on the phone trying to find somebody that Audrey was looking for. You couldn't hear what was happening on the other end of the phone. Just every once in a while, this guy go, yeah. And this was going on and on and on and on. And you're growing impatient with the scene because nothing is happening. You're just seeing Audrey watch it. The first time I watched it, she started doing that thing with your hands where you're like, come on, hurry up.
Mm-hmm.
I was starting to do that to the screen right at the moment that she started doing it to the other character. Because Lynch was really good about recreating in the exact feelings of what the central character is going through.
Yeah.
He did that other spots too, because that's the one that always gets me because I did exactly what she did at the exact moment. But this is what I feel like they're doing with Rita here, is they're wanting us to understand how poor Dexter is jumping from one foot to the other, and she just will not let up.
Yeah.
He's got all this pressure screwing down on him from all these sides, and then he's got to worry about her being like, you're being an absent partner. What are you talking about?
I'm the one getting up with the baby. Hello.
I mean,
I'm the one that moved to the suburbs for you. Hello.
yeah, and now, so she comes in there with the baby. She comes into the station, and he has to work late. Maria held the whole shift over.
Yep.
Because of all this vacation murders case. And so she comes in and she's got the baby with her, and she's like, I saw the car, that wasn't a fender bender. And Dexter's like, they're keeping us over for this case. I'm gonna go talk to Maria. What are you gonna do?
She's not gonna let Dexter go.
She's not gonna.
It's not happening. Rita, you can't just make it happen. Yeah. And he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't want you to worry.
And he's like, this is my job. This is how I pay the mortgage and feed your fucking ass. Will you please not do this? So he starts doing, hey, you want to talk to the doctor? And he pulls out his phone. I'm like, Dexter, if she called you on your bullshit at that moment, you would have been in trouble, wouldn't you?
Big trouble.
But she doesn't.
She's like, no, it's okay.
Stand down, Rita. But
then Dexter makes the discovery. He's testing the blood. He's trying to figure it out. And then he asks Finney, do they put people in the database if they have STDs? And of course, the minute he says it, Masuka's like, why would you ask me that?
Oh, yeah, why would we ask you that?
Masuka, come on. You're the only person we would ask that.
But turns out that they do. And that is how he is able to match this blood, which has a syphilis in it. There's this guy named Johnny Rose, and having just gotten off a rewatch of Schitt's Creek, I laughed out loud at that one. But then Quinn comes in. And Dexter's like, leave me alone.
Please.
Dexter's like, I just do not give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care. Go away.
Don't care. Is this where Quinn does this stupid thing? Dexter is tired. He's not on his A game. He's not being his normal charming self. He's like, I don't care if you're a dirty cop. He literally says, I don't care if you're a dirty cop. And Quinn goes off.
He's like, just don't take my sister down that road with you.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm not a dirty cop, blah, blah, blah. You don't understand because you're not a cop. You're not one of us. I was like, he is painfully aware of that because he just has a lanyard. We've entered this. Poor
Dexter with just the lanyard.
Okay. So Angel Maria, they're not being slick at all. Angel goes to Maria's office and they start fighting about the blinds because he's like, well, I don't want people to see. She's like, well, if you close the blind, everybody's going to think something's up. And of course, fucking Vince notices all this.
Yeah, he's like, what's going on with the blind open closed? Is there a secret code I don't know?
Dexter goes back to the gym.
Yes, he does.
And he's, okay, all right, he's going to get this figured out. But then Lundy calls. I'm like, just
stop answering your
the
fucking phone.
You know what you're doing? This is what you're doing. You're letting yourself be distracted. I understand, because you will look for any distraction to not engage with this task, right? And so you answer the phone.
Don't answer.
Just don't answer the phone. You could see it's not Rita.
It's not important.
Yeah. Anyway, so when he needs to talk, he's like, yeah, all right, whatever.
I don't know where Deb is. Talk to my sister.
We get this, okay, so we're getting this intercut in this scene of Dexter in the boxing ring with the Trinity killer. He's got this dog. Questions about this scene. He's walking his dog at night through this neighborhood. Here comes Tarla with a bunch of groceries in her arms. I'm like, do you not have a car or an Uber or a cat or anything? Why are you carrying all this?
Well, we know she has a car. We saw her get in it once, but yeah, like it was the grocery store just 2 blocks away.
I mean,
something?
it was anyway. So he's got his little dog there that he's using, and he intercepts her, and they talk about his dog, and he's like, well, let me help you with the groceries. They literally walk a house or 2 down.
Yes.
She could have made that.
Yeah, she could have.
Either way.
She said she could.
Yeah. Either way, he would have seen where she lived.
Yeah.
I always hate things like that because, this goes through the person's mind. Like, did I do something wrong? Like, you didn't do anything.
No.
There's nothing you could have done.
Nope.
But anyway, so while this is going on, Lundy and Dexter are talking, and Lundy, as we're watching this happen, Lundy says to Dexter, a woman is going to die and she'll have no idea why.
Yep.
And you're like, yeah. And while you're watching this exchange with the dog, that's all
Yeah, and after she walks away,
he lets the dog
off the leash.
Like Checkers or whatever your name.
Yeah.
This is where Dexter figures out where he left the bag, right? Ever since he left Benny after the murder, even like right before the accident, he's been seeing Harry, and he's got like this light behind him. So he realizes, he looks up, oh, the light. And he had taken the bag that he had stuffed Benny into the punching bag, and he had raised the punching bag up to the light above the boxing ring. So that's where Benny's body is. Yeah, it's very funny.
It's funny, but it's like ingenious too.
He's like hugging the bag.
Yeah, he's just like holding on.
Question. This is what I was going back to when he talks about when he was seeing Harry. He saw him in his uniform because that was like the last time he blacked out. And here he finds Betty because he realizes what the light behind Harry meant. And Harry's like, it did what I taught you with core memory. I'm like, is that a thing that works where you can, I don't understand what he was getting. I know what a core memory is, but I'm like, if you have a concussion, there's no predicting what part of your brain that nails.
Yeah, because short-term memory is a big thing with any kind of a head injury.
Yeah.
But then you've got the long-term memory losses too that come along with different things. So I don't know how he meant that because your core memory can be affected at any time, really.
I don't know. Anyway.
I thought that was weird too.
I thought it was weird. I thought it was clever how it was done, but
makes you question it. Yes.
It makes you curious about it. Yeah. So anyway, so Dexter goes home.
Poor Dexter. He is so tired.
He's so tired. And Dexter's like, I can manage it. I can do it. And Harry's like, yeah, until you can't.
Yeah.
This is a great ending. This is a very legitimate ending because it gets into the bed with Rita. And he's like, oh, finally I can sleep. And he closes his eyes. And you have like a moment of silence. And then you hear Harrison crying. He's like, fuck.
Yeah.
At that point, I would be like, sorry, Rita.
You're getting up tonight.
You were literally just at my work, hooting and hollering and threatening to go to my manager. So you're going to get up and get the baby.
Yeah. You want me to sleep?
Get the baby. Get the baby.
Yeah. I feel so sorry when I hear Harrison crying. I'm like, oh, Dexter. I felt really bad for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody who's ever had a kid totally felt him at that moment.
Yeah. No. Been there, done that thing. Yeah. Poor guy.
Anyway. Good episode.
Very good episode.
A couple of nitpicks here and there, but like nothing that's just like, this is outrageous. I can't believe they did this. It's fine.
Yeah. I like that we're slowly seeing how this Trinity killer works.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get into that more once we know more. I love seeing the chemistry between Deb and Lundy. I really do.
Yeah, I do. I also like that they're being so patient with the Trinity killer because that gives you, because what he said, at first when Lundy says a woman's going to die and she won't know why.
Yep.
This is right when the Trinity killer crosses paths with Tarla and the dog. And you're like, is this going to happen now? And for this show that has all these serial killers and stuff, this is one time that they really took advantage of what would be involved with a serial killer.
Yeah.
To actually ratchet up some tension and really make it work effectively.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think a lot of things work about this season really well, and that's one of them. But
yeah, it does.
Yeah, I like Deb and Lundy. I feel like Deb never got her feet after Rudy,
Yeah. Yeah. That was a terrifying ordeal for her.
That was.
To realize she's dating the serial killer she was chasing.
I don't mind her and Lundy, and I think it works out story-wise, but I think looking at her as a whole character, I think sometimes they took the easy way out with the way they made her with, like, her daddy issues and stuff.
Yeah.
I wish, you could have done a different guy dirty, not Anton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So that is, unless you have anything else.
I don't have anything else. I mean, it was a good episode and we learned a little bit more, and next episode we'll learn some more.
We'll learn some more. And so we will talk about episode 3 next week. In the meantime, you can check out our other podcasts. We have The Final Assessment, which is a podcast about the show Evil. And we also have Outside Food and Drink, which is our movie podcast. In May, we're doing Jello Month. For June, we're doing Vacations from Hell. And you can also follow us on our socials. Drop us a line if you have some insight into the sexually transmitted diseases database in Florida.
We don't need to know.
We don't need to know, but you can follow us on our socials, drop us a line, and until next week, when we talk about episode 3.
Later.
Later.